fuck yourself. Take one. All right, dude. Hey, let me grab my beer so we can actually get a proper start, dude.
Yeah, proper
Episode fucking 3. Here we are. Thicker Than Blood podcast. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you, first of all, to everybody that has liked and shared and talked about episode 1 and episode 2. We finally were able to get them up on YouTube because we are not mentally challenged. So I do read the comments. I told you episode 1 I would read every comment, and I saw the very first comment on episode 2. I know it was about saying a certain word within the first 20 seconds. And I mean, I understand it. You know, I guess I understand, I guess, some of the outrage about saying words like that, but on the other hand, I don't at all. Because, first of all, I would never, anybody who has a disability like that, I would never call them retarded. You know what I'm saying? I just personally wouldn't say that. But it all comes back to truly what the word is, and you have to look at it from a realistic standpoint. There's something called the Euphemism Treadmill, if you ever heard of it. You've never heard of that, right?
No, I've never heard of that term.
So Euphemism Treadmill is when there is, the word retarded was originally taken on to be a easier way, a nicer way to say someone who was medically referred to as an idiot, a moron, or an imbecile, which are actually terms that they use based upon your IQ. Okay, idiot being the worst one out of all of them means you have no IQ. I say that
a little too often then.
Okay, it means you're like a vegetable, okay? So the other word was brought on as a nicer way to say, a more politically correct way to say, instead of calling someone an idiot or a moron or an imbecile, right? And eventually, that word itself, that's politically correct, becomes a slang word, a word that is used to make fun of people, as a harmful word. Instead of being politically correct, eventually it becomes the insult itself. So now you're saying, oh, you are, you're this and that. So now what happens is another politically correct term takes its place, which today you have things like special needs. People say, instead of saying, oh, he's mentally retarded, he's got special needs, or they're within the spectrum, because you don't even want to say stuff, things like that, which are eventually going to become the insult. And it's just going to take the place, and it's going to keep going. And that's why it's called the Euphemism Treadmill, because basically when you're on a treadmill, you're going nowhere. You think you're doing something, but you're actually in the same spot the whole time and just keep on going the same thing.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
So first and foremost, again, it's really, that's just the nature of it. And secondly, all I'm doing is making noise out of my mouth. They're words. I'm not trying to bring harm to anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. I think everybody has a right to be happy. I've talked about this before, but and it's no way. First of all, I was making fun of myself, and that's not to take away from anybody that may have a disability or anything like that. I mean, again, I would never refer to somebody with an actual disability in that way, because you're a fucking terrible person if you are.
I'm dyslexic. Does that count?
Sure, yeah. But it's the same way as here we go, just from producer Steve-O. Let's see.
Technicalities, guys. Technicalities.
Yeah, less advanced in mental, physical, or social development that is usual for one's age.
Oh, that's totally me.
Stupid.
It actually doesn't say anything about like a person that is being used derogatory.
Right. And again, the whole thing goes back to, in all reality, as far as the terms go, calling someone an idiot is worse.
I do that way too much.
An idiot is referred to, again, as 0 IQ. I think a moron was like 25 to 50 as far as your IQ is ranked. An imbecile was just above that. And then retarded was above that. So that's why it became the more politically correct way to refer to somebody. And that's why 20, 30, 40 years ago, people were saying that shit willy-nilly whenever they talked about anybody with some kind of mental disability or anything like that, because that was the nice way to say it. And then it became a slur, as someone likes to put it. A slur, which is a whole other thing we can get into. What is really a fucking slur? But again, listen, I'm not trying to attack anybody. I don't mean to demean anybody. I love people of all shapes, forms, colors, sizes. Whatever it is. So again, don't take it light. And again, it's just I'm just using airwaves out of my mouth to make sounds that we understand. I'm just not harming anybody. I'm not making physical harm to anybody. Half the shit I say, I am an idiot myself. I will call myself the lowest on the spectrum, okay? It is what it is. We're here having fun. We're having bullshit. So don't take offense to it. And if you do, go fuck yourself. Just hit the X button.
Yeah, right? In the words of Bill Burr,
go
fuck yourself.
So it is what it is, man. We're all just here to have a good time, have fun, and that's what we want to do.
And talk and engage. That's it. Engage with us. That's it.
But keep commenting. Keep talking your shit, because I'm probably the biggest shit talker there is.
I used to be, man. I took a break, man.
I love
it's too tiring.
Yeah, I'll be the first to admit I talk a ton of shit, but I cannot take it at all. I dish it out. Everyone says like, "Oh, if you dish it, you can take it." I'll be the first to admit I dish it, and I cannot take it. So press my buttons, and I'm sure you're gonna hear something back from me. But
that's the truth.
All in fun. I don't, it is what it is. It's all talk. It's just talk. It's just unless you're inciting harm to me or my family, you take it to my kids. You talk about my kids, we got a problem.
Oh, well, of course.
But, we can go back and forth. Say whatever you want. I don't take none of it personal. It is what it is. You have to physically do something to me or my family to make something actually worthwhile to get offended or upset about. Well, it's just words. Everybody's got a right to say whatever the fuck they want.
Well, in this day and age, you know how it goes, man.
Yeah, freedom of speech, man.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of making noise with your mouth, I sent you that GIF earlier today. Remember the old porn star Heather DEEPTHROAT?
Oh my god. It's you, man. We talked on was the last one we talked about top 5? Well, she's got to be number 1.
She's got to be number 1, right?
She's got to be number. She's like my first love, dude. At least my hands first.
So
love.
You're taking it back to the Kazaa days.
For sure.
Okay, so all right, if anyone
probably on Computer 4.
Yeah, Computer 4.
I probably discovered her around Computer 4, and that's just the next 6 computers.
1 through 3 was destroyed by Napster, I think. Yeah,
for sure.
So, but on Computer 4. And this is always family computer that's like somehow in the kitchen. Somehow you're downloading porn and jerking off in your kitchen. But back in when we were younger,
not me. Keep going.
Oh, totally me. So back when we were younger,
I ate in that kitchen.
Everyone had the music downloading thing called Napster, and then after that was pretty much shut down. The next thing that came up that I remember was Kazaa. Kazaa, you could download music, but then you could also download videos.
Loved it.
And I think one of the main things that I always looked up was this one specific chick that went by either Heather Brooke or Heather IDeepThroat.com. Meanwhile, I'm like 9 or 10 at the time.
I wonder if we can get her to sponsor the podcast. If we ever make this and get more than like 100 views and one comment about me being a fucking asshole, if we can get a sponsor, guys, make this happen. Heather IDeepThroat, bring her back. I don't even know if she still does. She probably still doesn't even do it.
I don't think so.
We will. Heather, the letter I.
It's like all one thing.
Yeah, man.
Or Heather Brooke. Either one.
Dude, the first time I fucking saw, I don't even remember how I discovered her. It was like just downloading random videos. Dude,
honestly, I think it was with me. I'm not bullshit. I'm like, yo, Kyle, look at this shit.
All right, she looks pretty. Whoa! How did she do that?
Listen, and
I thought it was not. I didn't know that was possible. Like, when you got that young and you haven't done a lot of stuff, you don't know what's really possible.
What's possible? And listen. By no means was her husband's dick small.
No,
by no means. Literally, right. She's like, ah! Just,
and it's gone,
gone,
and it's gone,
just gone, just just fucking gone within just split second. And there was, how like you break through the threshold of like.
I don't know. I've never done it. Personally,
they do it.
I don't know how it feels.
But when they break through the
Justin comes out, episode 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast just took it to another fucking level. Dude, listen, equality for everybody, man. I love you the same, whether you're gay or not. And
hey, man, listen, sometimes you just gotta deep throat someone, bro.
Amanda's not gonna like this episode.
No, right? She's gonna leave me.
Jesus,
like you fucking. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But still,
anyway, yes.
So, but
incredible.
Yes. Most incredible thing. If anyone has never seen this before, and there's every dude out there, you all watch porn. Anyone who says they don't, which I love those people, like, oh, dude, why do I gotta watch porn? I get it for free all the time. I don't fucking care. So do I. I've gotten laid 1 million fucking times. You don't think it's fantastic to go in my bedroom, lay down, strap a condom on myself, and then fucking go to town? It's the most incredible thing in the world.
I forgot about this.
How did you forget? Did you do it?
No!
You're an asshole. That's why. And you don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh,
we're about to. It's about to be explained.
So I told him a while ago when Kyle finally became single. I told him specifically, listen, you're having a rough day. Just go in your room, slap on a condom, and jerk off. And obviously he gave me the weirdest look ever. Like, why the fuck would you wear a condom?
Who does that?
Well, for the fact of the matter is, no cleanup whatsoever. All right? Just think about that. No cleanup. You don't have the tissues everywhere making a fucking mess.
What are you doing when you jerk off that there is a fucking mop bucket in your room? Like,
I'm
what are you talking
laying.
about? No cleanup.
I have to lay down. Well, I like to lay down.
You shouldn't need like a magic eraser to clean up after fucking... Like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
Well, look, I mean, when I...
No cleanup? You get a tissue?
No, what kind of loads do you have? One tissue? No. All right, first of all, you wear the condom, you lay down, and then especially like right when it's about to happen.
I know we like to do this on
You do the
cut and just stop talking. This is making me really uncomfortable.
Do
what
the
the fuck?
You got to do the toe point, like It's the greatest thing ever. Flex your quads and everything. See, you haven't done it, so you don't know.
I've jerked off a lot.
Have you done what I just said?
No, you
Thank you
fucking
very much.
weirdo, dude. What the fuck? You're a freak. Oh my god.
That's not freaky by any means. Ask anyone; they'll tell you.
Dude, I could jerk off standing up in a dark broom closet. No problem at all. Like you are taking it to a whole nother level.
I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying that this is better.
What kind? What's the brand?
Well, one, whatever fits, and two, whatever just is there at the time. I mean, look, it doesn't have to be something that you don't need Trojan. You don't need what's the other one? Lifestyle. You don't need the good stuff because remember, I mean, you're not gonna get your hand pregnant.
The good stuff. What are you talking about?
Trojan and Lifestyles.
Yeah. What else is there? Like Durex. Oh yeah, there's
Durex. They suck. They're the worst. Those are the ones to use.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those are the ones you get for free. Like someone's like throwing them out.
Dude, jerking off is like the free, no work, fucking get off release that I'm not spending money on myself. I'm not throwing like chipping a quarter into the toll.
No one ever
let one out.
No one ever said. No one ever said I bought these condoms.
Where are you getting free condoms from?
That's a funny story. So when Nick's brother, I think when he moved out,
I thought we were close.
When they were moving out of their like condo or whatever,
okay.
Like we were like packing up the bathroom, going through everything. I found like 1 million condoms. Like where did these come from? He's like, oh yeah, I got them from like fucking that like abortion place, like Planned Parenthood or whatever. I'm like, all right. He's like, yeah, you just throw them away. I'm like, well,
no way, dude.
I'm not gonna do that. That's a waste.
Jerk off right now.
I'm gonna fucking take them and go jerk off on them
right now.
And that's exactly what I did. There was like 100 of them too. It was great, and I actually just ran out, so I'm kind of upset.
Dude. Are you afraid you're gonna like get yourself pregnant or fucking catch something? I don't understand.
It's not a matter of that. Dude, I don't want to clean up.
You don't want to clean up. That's crazy.
I do enough cleaning as it is. The last thing I want to do is clean up cum off my stomach, or my head.
So don't cum on your stomach.
What am I gonna? Where's it gonna go?
Again, like into like a tissue or something. Like, I don't understand, man.
But then
toilet paper and like make it easy on yourself.
Like you're not free. When you gotta
again, we're talking about you doing the opposite of free. I'm as free as can be, dude.
You gotta aim with that. With this, you're like
I'm au natural. Yeah, you gotta aim. So what? You don't do that when you're having like I aim it when I'm having sex. Again, no, you always use a condom.
Well, let's be real here. Who has fucking 3 kids and who doesn't?
Oh, cat's out of the bag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Justin always wears condoms.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference, I should say. So.
Okay. Well, it wasn't all an accident.
No, that's true.
They were planned, mostly. Anyway.
Yeah. That's a whole nother subject.
So what I want to ask is, so what brings up Heather IDeepThroat? Because that is seriously like fucking 10 years ago. She hasn't, is it on your search history? I was thinking about having a challenge about that.
What?
We talked about, porn searches, and you were asking me what I searched for, and I was telling you I would never tell.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should have a challenge, dude. I'm thinking we should have a challenge.
What are we calling it?
You cannot delete your search history for the whole week. You cannot use a private browser or any shit like that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then we swap phones on the next podcast and go through each other's search history of the porn that we watched to see.
We're going to do this next episode, right?
Should we do it next episode?
Well, I don't think we should do it this
So the reason I'm bringing that up is will we find Heather IDeepThroat in your...
I mean, we're definitely going to find that amongst many other things, I'm assuming. But
it's a no-go because there's something in there right now.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
It would start, first of all, it would start tomorrow because
Okay.
I would go home and delete my search history immediately.
Okay, yeah, all right. So, listen.
I use like private browser. I have like a fucking bat phone. I like use a different phone
From
nobody
who?
even knows about. You don't know about it. Don't worry.
Oh,
about
just
it.
if someone.
So anyway, totally secret. I get on my neighbor's Wi-Fi. Like, I'm no trace.
Use a VPN.
Yeah, there is
go on their
no
Wi-Fi.
My porn search has zero footprint. There's no footprint.
Listen, I really don't care. I looked
I'm
up
incognito.
I looked up some fucked up shit, but
I can only imagine.
it's good stuff though.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I can only imagine the shit that you're looking up. You've got to put in all that work to jerk off. It got to be worth it at that point.
I've been doing it for so long. You got to get creative, man. And also on top of that, like I told you about this last time, if the guy is aggravating me, I can't watch it. Even if the girl's hot, I'm like, bro, like shut the fuck up. Or what's even better is I try and steer towards the wang that somewhat looks like mine, so then I can really picture myself there. What?
So you're looking more for the dick?
Man, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not looking for the dick, but it's just easier to picture myself there if it looks similar to mine.
Dude.
Are you talking like the POV stuff, or are you talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I want to listen.
It's like virtual reality jerking off.
It's not like,
exactly. If I get a POV with a fucking like a 9-inch fucking massive like black wang down to the kneecap,
it's distracting, I guess.
I can't picture myself there. I'm like, well, that's not me, so I can't do that.
We have such different taste in porn, dude. It's crazy. We're looking at it. So we could watch the same porn, and you'd be like, dude, did you see that? I'd be like, what were you watching?
Oh,
like,
dude,
I
look at production quality. I'm very...
You see those guys? You see that guy's calves, dude? What? What?
Dude, I'm telling you right now, that's one thing that just Johnny was been pissing me off about with a lot of his newer videos. It's like he's taking the spotlight.
Oh my god.
He got in like even better shape, and I feel like it's the camera's on him. He's like flexing his calf. I'm like, bro, it's not about you. Like it's not about you.
It is for you.
No.
Some of it.
Well, Johnny may be bald like me, but that's it.
You're bald like Johnny.
Hey, good point.
Motherfucker.
He is older.
Jesus
I got to give
Christ.
respect where respect is due.
This has gone down a rabbit hole I don't ever want to go back to. This is fucking crazy.
Okay.
So you want to do the search history challenge? We could do that.
We can do that next week.
Next week?
Next episode, yes. So episode 4, we do the search challenge.
All right. I'll make sure. I haven't really watched
no
much porn
filters
this past week, so
I always do. So don't worry. So
I start ripping them off.
Oh yeah. So we can do. So the other game that I want to start playing is something that I came up with. It's called "What's the Etiquette." Now,
because we talked on the last podcast about dating etiquette.
We talked about
etiquette about dating.
Yes.
Your friend's ex. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that could easily turn into a segment. So hashtag dating etiquette game, whatever. I think that's pretty good. But this is what we're gonna do.
Or hashtag what's the etiquette.
What's the etiquette? There we go.
There we go.
So basically, my question for you on what's the etiquette. So we'll start right now.
On the spot.
Okay.
Here we go. Yes.
And this can get really weird.
Okay.
Remember, it's already gotten weird, but it's going to get more weird.
Yeah,
now, all right.
weird.
So for what's the etiquette?
We're going in a really dark place.
You get in the car.
This is good.
You get in a vehicle with someone.
Get in a car with someone.
You're not driving.
Passenger. Front seat.
You're a passenger. Front seat, back seat, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay. It's like an Uber.
Oh, you could even say Uber. Okay.
Cool.
You really have to fucking fart. What's the etiquette?
Oh, silent but deadly, dude.
So
let it go. Maybe even crack the window a little bit.
So you let it go, crack the window, but don't address it?
No. Well, why would you even address that?
You're a horrible fucking human being.
I know what you would do.
How do you not address it? Well, you gotta listen. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, I don't even like let it rip in my own house.
Oh, I do.
I'm just no shit because you did it in my house before, and I was like, bro.
I know. I'm your brother. You got like mad at me.
Fuck?
You're like, what?
Get out.
Like, what was that? I'm like, what? You're like,
no, night's canceled.
Like, it's over.
You gotta go.
You're like,
I don't even do that.
I don't know why.
Where do you go? Do you make sure the fan's on in the bathroom?
Yeah. Where do you go? Where you from?
No, man. It's a controlled release. You know what I'm saying? I don't just like fucking blast it out there. I don't want to shart. I don't want to shit my pants,
well, dude,
man.
I mean, listen, you know me.
So I don't just like fucking power it out. Like, oh, here, I think I got something.
Yeah.
No. It's like, oh, fuck, what's going on? Do I have to?
Those things where you blow the smoke through them, like the sploof or whatever.
I've never heard of that shit before.
When you were a kid, you used to take like the paper towel roll, stuff it with like dryer.
When you're like
sheets.
smoking, yeah, like a toilet paper roll and like stuff it with dryer sheets, yeah.
She'd make, there you go. That's your thing. That's like one of those comedic.
I'm not gonna put a sploof up to my asshole to say no. What the fuck? No. Listen, you let it rip or you hold that shit. I mean, you like like I said, let it rip silently, ease it out. You know.
Okay.
Or you hold the shit. I don't know, man. I mean,
Okay.
if you have to let it out, you probably got to take a shit, dude. Like you can hold it.
So your etiquette is hold it as long as humanly possible.
Yeah, I think that's the polite thing to do. Hold it, or like I said, let it creep out. You know, and hey, if it happens, it happens. We're all human.
Okay. Well,
everybody does it.
My standpoint
Everybody
obviously
poops.
is listen. If you got to do it, you got to do it. But for me, I'm gonna say like, listen, I totally can't even hide this. I just fucking farted. It's gonna be bad, bro. Sorry. I'll apologize in it though. I'll just say,
So you like
I'll
you don't
address
ask
it.
permission, you ask forgiveness.
Yes, 100%.
That's your etiquette.
Oh well, there's no permission.
Gas them out, and you're like, "Yo, bro, you taste that?"
Sometimes it's just
My bad.
You got to do it, bro.
You're disgusting.
Well, this actually
You're
is
a
funny
terrible
because
human
me and Nick went to Vegas this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my cousin Ray's from Florida, so he's got like hardcore like Florida accent, like very like, "Hey, what's going on, Just?" Like
It's
very
country as fuck. Right?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Which is so weird.
The fucking best thing was is we're in Vegas and he's like, all right, he's like, yo, just drive me over to the Airbnb. So he gets in the car and we pull away from the casino. The moment Nick got in the car with us and we pulled away, he must have fucking farted, and it was bad. It was horrible, but literally Ray's like, all right, Just, you're going to go, who the fuck shit their goddamn pants? He was so fucking mad. He was so mad that he was smelling it. He was like, oh, you fucking faggot. Like, he got so pissed. He was cursing us out. He was legitimately angry with us. Yeah. He was like, oh, God. Like, who the fuck waits to get in the car?
So he did it as soon as he got in the car.
Immediately. He was so
maybe he
fucking
fart,
bad.
Maybe he just smelled like shit. Because before you got in the car?
No, he was laughing because he 100%. He got in and just,
totally,
yeah.
Nick,
but I just
totally
love just the line of, who the fuck shit their goddamn pants?
Oh, my God.
He was so mad at us. But again, I mean, you know, what do you expect?
And Nick just laughed, though. So Nick's etiquette is terrible. Because Nick is...
I smelt it, too, but I was crying because of Ray's reaction. He was, like, so pissed off. But it was absolutely incredible.
So, yeah, what's the etiquette? Yeah, you try to be as easygoing as possible with it. I mean, you just let her fucking go.
Yeah, no, I just go.
And then apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't not apologize.
So, but do you try to do the controlled release where you just out?
Well, no. I mean, I'll open the window, try and like you know, it's you got to do it. You got to do it. I'm like, God, like, dude, I can't. Like, I'm gonna like, if I don't let this go, I may hold it and crap. You never know.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You just never know.
If it was that bad, I would maybe say something before I did it. Like, dude, I'm sorry about this, but we got to open a window. About to fog this shit out.
Yeah, so I asked for forgiveness.
That's terrible, dude. That's terrible, dude.
So, I wanted to bring this up to you.
What's up?
All right. We were talking movies before, you know, me and you, before obviously we started all this.
Yeah.
And we were talking about TV shows and stuff, because you're almost done with Breaking Bad.
Almost, yeah. I'm on like episode 7 of the last season, 7 or 8, I think. So I'm almost there. I'm about halfway through.
So I brought up another show that you haven't seen, which is really, really good. The first season was.
Right.
Okay. It was called Prison Break.
Yes, I've heard of it. Never watched it.
Okay.
Heard of it.
Well, it had Dominic Purcell, very underrated, awesome actor. You had Wentworth Miller, you call the train hopper, which is a whole nother story.
Flash she was on, right?
Flash, yeah.
Flash, yeah.
Wentworth Miller and Sarah Wayne Callies, who played the wife of Rick on The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amongst a million other characters. But basically, spoiler alert, the older brother, played by Dominic Purcell, gets thrown in prison wrongfully. Wentworth Miller gets thrown in prison afterwards. Apparently, he's like a fucking genius. He gets
For
in
what? Why does he go to prison?
He purposely goes and robs a bank and then pretty much gives up to get thrown in prison.
So he goes, okay, so he wants to go to prison.
He wants to go to
be
prison.
In prison with that guy?
Yes, to be in prison with his brother. And the reason is once he gets there, obviously they show the reveal when he takes off his shirt. He's got tattoos all over his whole fucking body.
Okay.
And it is an escape plan / like map on how to escape from that prison.
The tattoos?
The tattoos on his body are like a map on how to escape the prison, what they're going to do to escape. Sounds ridiculous, but it's
certainly ridiculous.
It was fucking awesome. Awesome show.
What were the tattoos like? I got to look this up.
You got to look it up.
I wish we could see it right now.
I don't remember. It's been a while. But, so they actually came out.
Because I'm picturing like one of those fucking carpets that the kids like put on the floor.
Like the road map
thing? The roads on it. And they're like playing with cars.
Generic
like
toy thing that you see in everyone's house.
Just comes into the fucking prison. The CO looks at it like, what the fuck is this?
Like, bro, like
I'm an MS-13, bro.
Like what? It says the penitentiary name across your back map. Like what? But it was like a legit blueprint or whatever. It was really good, but it was like disguised into like you know, like this. Like you know, I don't really know tattoos. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. And neither, I guess...
Well, it's instructions how to break out of prison.
Yeah, right. It's instructions how to break out of Ocean County Jail.
Just in case, yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's how that whole thing goes. Originally, it was only ordered for, I think, like 13 episodes. It premiered, and apparently it was getting so good. So this is where it gets good here. So then Fox was like, oh, that was great. So, yeah, we want to do a full season.
Okay.
So the writer's like, What? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So well, so we'll put some more episodes in.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, end of the season, they successfully break out of jail.
Okay.
That was awesome, right?
How the fuck do they go from breaking out of jail to breaking out of jail like over and over and over again?
I'm getting there.
Oh.
So it's great because obviously it was written as a mini-series.
Mm-hmm.
So they break out of jail and Fox is like, this is awesome. Season 2.
Okay, so yes.
So the writers
season
are like,
1 is
oh, yeah,
they both
season-
go to jail in the beginning,
Yes.
break out of jail at the end.
Yes, along with a couple other guys.
Okay.
A couple other guys.
Right.
So then they order season 2, and obviously the writer's like, but there's only once they're out of jail. There's no
Right,
prison
yeah.
break, and there's no more prison.
They're fucking done, guys.
They're
Right,
done.
yeah, right.
Right? Like we're done.
Right.
So then they're like, I'm assuming the writer's like, well, all right, so they're out of prison, so they could just be running a lot.
Yeah.
Let's make them run everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So the season 2 is them just running away from everyone pursuing them, and then all of a sudden you got the one guy,
God.
William Fitchner.
It's like 12 episodes of them in the woods with dogs barking in the background.
It's
like just
great.
nuts.
You're
That's
just
all it is.
chasing them.
Every episode.
They're all going in different directions.
Just constantly bloodhounds in the distance just barking.
You end up.
Every episode.
Oh well, then it gets like all conspiracy theoristy.
Okay.
Right up your alley. So then they bring the company in. The company framed Wentworth Miller's brother, played by Dominic Purcell.
Who brings in the company?
Season 2. Like, just out of nowhere, like, they're chasing these guys, like, we need to get Lincoln Burrows back. That's Dominic Purcell. We need to put him back in prison. They framed him because he killed someone. He didn't really kill them. So the company framed him. The company is this, like, enormous conglomerate or whatever.
That's
that
what
like
it's called in the show?
It's called The Company, yes. They could have been a little more fucking creative.
Fucking superior writing.
So, season 2, pretty sure that ended with them
Doing it again?
running. They're just running a lot.
Could you imagine that? They're like, we need another season, and they're just like throwing shit out. Like, all right, what are we gonna call this group? They're a company. Dude, the company. Fuck it, just write it.
The company. Well, dude, they were like,
We gotta do this shit.
Like, we
I got
need
the-
season 2.
Dude,
Season 2, they're like, oh, that was great. Season 3, they're like, but they're out of prison. It's prison. All right, throw them back in fucking
they
prison.
got away.
They throw them back in fucking prison for season 3.
Oh my god.
Now they're in prison like another country. It gets even more intense. And then the writer's strike happened
It's like
for
fucking
Fox.
Die Hard, kind of.
Well, it's the same fucking thing over and over again. Yeah,
Sounds
like, listen,
Bruce Willis always gets stuck like
in the worst situations ever. Yeah, well,
It sounds like a spin-off for like
trilogy.
Groundhog's Day. Like, this is insane.
They should've
Groundhog's
played
Day.
it.
Oh yeah, that was with Bill Murray, right?
Oh, of course.
Great
My
flick.
god.
Great flick.
So
season 3, they're back in some prison. That was during that year was during the writer's strike with I think it was with Fox. House had a shortened season that year. I think it was like 2005.
Okay.
Spoiler alert: they kill off Sarah Wayne Callies.
Okay.
They cut her fucking head off
That's
and put
Rick's
it in a
wife?
basket.
Rick's wife?
wife.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Put it in a
Cut
fucking
her head
basket.
off, put it in a basket.
Yes.
In season 3.
Lincoln Burrows opens it. It's like, oh god. He sees it. He sees the head in the basket. It's like a message from the company.
Nice. Yeah.
So season
assholes.
3 ends. They get out of prison again. Season 4 comes.
Okay.
They're like, all right, so they get out of prison. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't remember.
How
Let me just-
many times did they do this?
Let me just ask, how many fucking seasons
3
is
or
there?
4.
How many seasons is it?
Jesus.
Like,
Well, I'm getting there. There's 5 altogether, and a movie technically. So they came out with a fucking movie. So season 3 ends. They get out of prison again. Season 4 happens. They're like, all right, well, we got to take down the company. So this turns like Fast and the Furious style. They put all those guys that escaped originally like into a team to take down the company.
okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, they renewed season 4. They're like, we want Sarah Wayne Callies back. They're like, but we cut her head off. Well, let's just say when Lincoln looked at the head, he didn't get a good enough look, and it was someone else's head. That's how they did it. That's how they brought her back. It wasn't her fucking head.
It's funny because it's just like with how many times did they like kill Rick in The Walking Dead? I stopped watching because the show started
He's
getting
still not
ridiculous.
dead, I don't think.
But I saw like one of the newer
He's still not dead.
episodes or whatever. He was on a bridge and he like shot and it exploded. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
all right, well,
yeah.
Rick's dead. And
Rick's
then I
dead.
hadn't wasn't watching. Fast forward and someone started telling me about the show. I'm like, oh yeah, Rick died, right? Like, no, he survived.
No, he's
He was
alive.
I was like,
He's alive.
they showed him in the
Blow up.
middle of an explosion, like that. This bridge just exploded. Like, no, he dove off the bridge at the last second. I was like,
Yeah, he dove off. No, shrapnel doesn't exist.
so anyway,
in
so
film.
wasn't her head.
It wasn't her head. So they bring her back. She's in season 4. They finally take down the company.
Okay.
But then, obviously, now people are like, all right, the show fucking sucks now.
We're in
So
season 5
they
now?
were going to do a season 5. So instead, I'm pretty sure they're short season 4 and then finished up with a movie, which is like an hour and a half long.
Well, at least they finished, you know?
I wouldn't call it that, but so they needed to figure out a way to wrap this shit up. So the dude Wentworth Miller gets married to Sarah Wayne Caley's now in this, and then somehow gets thrown back in prison again.
Tell me she's a clone.
No, she's not. Right?
She's a fembot.
But just people
Like
Elizabeth Early,
Like that.
nothing like that. They just I was the wrong
Oh
head.
my god.
So now
Waiting room.
he gets thrown back in prison, and now they got to break him out again.
Yeah.
Long story short, spoiler alert, they break him out, and he ends up dying when he gets broken out.
Of course.
Okay. He ends up dying. He sacrifices himself, then leaves a video like, listen, I had to get you guys out. I was really sick. I was going to die of cancer or something. I was like, what? Ridiculous. Fucking fast forward. About maybe 2-3 years ago, they did an official season 5.
He's not dead.
He's not fucking dead. He's back in prison. He's back in prison in another country. He's not fucking dead.
Oh my god.
But I will truthfully say,
Oh my god. That's
the
fucking
season
awesome.
5, I think it was like 9 or 10 episodes.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Was it good?
They actually did a very good job. It was fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
Brought all the old people back.
Let
It
me
was
tell you
fucking
right
great.
now, it could be the most amazing thing ever recorded with a camera since the invention of one. I'll never watch that show based on what the fuck you just told me, dude.
It really is
Never.
good. It really
I
is good.
refuse to. No.
It's so
I'm
good.
glad you spoiled all of it. Now I don't have to watch it. So that's great. What a terrible fucking show. And you loved it.
Listen, I loved season 1. I clarify. I love season 1 and
bad.
season 5.
Season 1 and season 5.
That's it. Season 1, if it just ended at season 1, it would have been good. Like, okay, they got out.
That
Okay.
would make sense.
Right? It would have been. Prison break, they broke out. Game over. All right.
That's terrible.
Done. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. But that was how that whole thing went. I loved season 1 and season 2. And I can't really be upset about it. I mean,
That's
I know you
Like,
can.
I feel like I haven't seen that one or the this other one that's got like, I think it's like another 2 brothers maybe. It's like Supernatural.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, Supernatural.
I need
That always came on after Flash.
Yes, well,
We could never get into it.
I can actually drop some knowledge here on that too.
Oh, really?
You ready? Here we go.
Shoot.
What else is new, right?
Yeah, right.
So, with Supernatural, as of right now, is the only TV show that is still running from the WB network. Remember that?
Yeah.
WB.
You're on a WB. The fucking frog.
The frog.
A racist ass frog.
So fucking the WB had like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It had Smallville.
Yep.
It's now the CW, which you and I have watched a million of the shows in the
Arrow,
Arrowverse,
Flash, yeah.
Flash. I
God,
you know,
You
let-
like them or what?
Arrow was fucking great in the beginning.
in the beginning,
And then it
season
kind of
1,
started trailing off.
Once
Real
he's
soapy.
Dude.
well, season 1 he was killing people, and I was like, "This is awesome!" Like he's like badass.
Yeah, right.
And then season 2 is like, "I shall not kill him." Like this show fucking sucks
Dude,
now.
let me tell you, there's so much shit in that fucking show that I wish we could just bring up clips of it because
God.
the things that he did, like I remember one scene he was fighting out like 20 different guys.
Yeah.
And he took like a fucking aluminum briefcase
Oh.
that someone was like carrying and gets on his knee to this guy that points point blank like a desert eagle at him like this. Picture just like a lunchbox between me and
He's
him.
like this,
He's
blocks
and he
every
throws
bullet.
it and just like kills that guy, right?
Yeah.
It was fucking incredible. One, he zip lines to nothing. Like I don't know. One time he walked out of this building, it was just like, and we're like, this dude just zip lined to the moon. Like what the fuck was he on?
Fucking front door and then like.
It's
he's
the
in
mo-
Africa.
it's
To
the
nothing.
most incredible, and then it makes like this like repelling. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell was that?
What? To where? Yeah.
To a plane that was flying by a jet.
It was so funny because shit that just wouldn't make sense. They're like, fuck it, just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
Just do it.
At least with the Flash.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Flash was good.
Flash was really good.
Flash started slow for me. I was like, it's all right, and then
Yeah,
it became.
it got
great.
better.
I thought it became a really great show.
Even Arrow, the fighting in Arrow got better as the seasons went on. I think the
Yeah,
Ra's al
yeah.
Ghul season was fucking unbearable. I was like, that sucked.
It's a little
How does
rough.
that happen? How do you bring Ra's al Ghul into a show and then it sucks?
Well, it's all DC.
How does it suck?
Oh, how does it suck?
Yeah,
Well,
he's a badass.
Well, they're
character.
bringing Ra's al Ghul and with no Batman.
And it wasn't being
Yeah.
decent.
No.
No,
It was some
no.
random dude. He was like, he wasn't bad, but it was terrible. I was like, oh god,
Yeah.
so bad.
I
But
watched like 3 episodes of like all those CW shows. And
Yeah.
then I felt like I was watching a soap opera.
Yeah.
it could come off like that because the acting is quite atrocious in some of them.
Some of them.
But
It's
listen,
like hit or miss.
I like
Yeah,
Grant.
yeah.
I like Grant Gustin, the guy who plays Barry Allen, the Flash. I like
Okay.
him. He's good. And then enter, you never watched Supergirl, right?
Nope.
I ended up watching that. I hate fucking Superman more than any other superhero ever.
Mm-hmm.
Supergirl is kind of right there because it's like the same character
Yeah.
pretty much. But she's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And that just kind of was like, let me give it a shot. And then I was just like, oh my God, she's so hot. Like, oh my God.
Now apparently they say Supergirl is stronger than Superman. Is this correct?
That's what they say on the show. I don't believe that crap.
Yeah.
Because they fight at some point, and then
Right.
like she wins, and he's like, "You're Earth's hero." I'm like, fuck you both. Batman's better.
God forbid a man beats the shit out of a woman.
Right? What?
They brought him in, right?
Yeah, they
In that
brought
show?
some dude in. He was all right. I forget his name.
Yeah.
I don't really.
How did they do that though? Is he like part of like another world, or is he like?
No, he's in another fucking city. But meanwhile, these guys can travel the speed of light, and somehow they can't be.
So she's not in, what is it, Metropolis?
No, she's somewhere else. National City or some shit.
Mm.
I don't fucking know. There's a million New Yorks in the DC.
As long as another
universe.
woman gets her own show, that's all that matters. So.
Well, they did Batwoman. See that?
I didn't.
They entered. That's another show with the Arrowverse.
It's another show? Yeah.
They just started
They
it. It was
did
this
that
year. I
one.
didn't watch it yet, and it's with
Yeah, that actress.
the lesbian girl who's like hot, Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Ruby Rose.
Yes.
I'm not too enthused.
Who's Ruby Rose?
I'm not a fan.
Is that the chick that looks like Justin Bieber?
With
She was on Orange is the New Black.
Yes.
She's got the tattoos all over her and shit like that.
man.
Yeah,
I feel like
she
I
looks
saw
like
me.
Justin Bieber.
I did. I think I saw me with him.
Yeah, for sure. She definitely looks like Justin Bieber.
because I think she's hot. That's not good, man.
Yeah, we already found out before you're gay. So
It's true. It's true.
circle,
Justin Bieber's
full circle.
cool. He's kind of
Listen, bro,
he's
that
pretty.
chick is hot. She's clearly a woman.
Oh,
she's hot, not
she's
because
so
she looks
hot.
like Justin Bieber. She's hot.
She's so hot, man.
Yeah.
But the thing that's killing me is they're just like throwing her in like a bunch of random action movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, did you see the new Triple X?
No,
It was basically Fast and Furious again. It was fucking painful.
the Vin Diesel. They
Yeah,
remade the Vin Diesel movie.
No, they didn't remake it, but they did They did Triple X like Part 3,
Oh.
and they brought Vin Diesel back. Which,
Right,
by the
right,
way,
right.
in the second one, like, oh yeah, he's dead.
Just like fucking James Bond, dude.
Yeah.
This is so funny. I was on the lot when they were filming that movie, the
Uh-huh.
Triple X.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, okay, how tall do you think he is?
Vin Diesel.
Oh, he's like 5'6".
Dude, for real.
He-
He
yeah.
walked right past me. And
Looks huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think he was so much taller.
Well, back in the day of like,
Wait a second. That guy is talking shit to The Rock. He's 5'6".
I wouldn't fuck with him though. I mean,
oh yeah, he's still yoked. I mean, but still, I mean,
The Rock, bro. Come
well,
on.
it's dude. You know.
About to send The Rock to arrest him. Come on, man. Although, so talking about The Rock, dude, I still don't understand what the fuck he was doing at the UFC. Goddamn. thing,
Oh, well,
dude.
we're gonna get to that. Let me just
Jesus
finish
Christ.
the Supernatural.
Oh
thing.
yeah, right.
Yes,
Supernatural. That's how
Supernatural.
we were talking about that.
They're
Right.
on like season like 17. It's still the only TV show left over on the CW from the WB.
Really?
I haven't watched it yet, and apparently they still have. They're not ending it yet.
Wow.
I don't even know how they're keeping up with this, but the two brothers on that supposedly have been. It's like two guys who play the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They have no interest in stopping, which is almost genius because if I was getting paid a shitload of money to do the same fucking character all the time for like 17 years or however long it's been on the air,
Yeah.
I would do it.
For sure.
Enter Vin Diesel with Fast and Furious. He was like, listen, I'm not going to make any other movies. I'm just going to be Dominic Toretto.
Yeah.
I'm an invincible mechanic
Yeah.
who could beat up Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Who in the movie is not
I
only 6'5" and
Can't
260.
believe those movies are still so popular, man. It makes
Did
it
you
so
see
much
Hobbs
money.
and Shaw?
Fuck no.
I mean, I can't do it. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I shouldn't say I'm gonna watch
think
it, but I wasn't gonna go to the
They
movie.
lost me. What was the third one? Tokyo Drift?
That was
With
the fourth.
Bow Wow?
Was
Little
that the
Bow
third
Wow?
one?
I don't know
Yeah.
what was going on there.
I remember it was Fast and the Furious, obviously, which was incredible. When it came out, everybody lost their shit. Then it was Too Fast, Too Furious. And I think the third one was
Tokyo Drift. Yes, that was.
That's
the third
where they
one.
lost me. I was like, all right, I'm fucking done.
But then they came back with part 4. They're like, listen, that was rough. That was rough with Bow Wow.
Rodriguez back, right?
They brought Michelle Rodriguez back. They brought Vin back. Paul Walker. They're like, listen, we got to bring these
It
guys
was
back.
too late for me.
Third one was rough,
Yeah.
and then Fast 5 comes,
And they had Super.
and that's what
Fast 5.
it just changed everything.
Yeah.
Bring The Rock in, and out of nowhere, like,
Wait, now Fast 5 was Paul Walker's last
No.
The last no.
No.
What was his last one?
He did
7?
7 was the last one.
Okay.
Because he did Fast 5. That was when The Rock was
That's
like...
when The Rock came in?
Yeah, The Rock was in it. And then, who's that one dude?
Statham?
No, it's supposed to be Statham's brother.
Jesus.
Was the bad guy in that one. Yeah. And Gina Carano was in it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm wrong.
It's starting to sound
I'm
like
wrong.
the Expendables.
I'm totally wrong. No, totally wrong. Fast 5 is when... It basically is.
And Bruce Willis came in.
Bruce Willis came in.
When Stallone pulled up.
Jet Li came.
Yeah.
Some Russians.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, right.
They fought an army.
It just starts as Fast and the Furious, by the end of the movie, you're watching the Expendables. I know. What the fuck is going on?
Blend the both fucking movies together. Let's just get a bunch
of
of 80s action heroes that are like 60 and just make them kill armies of like people in Bulgaria.
They're on like number 4 of that fucking movie, right?
They're making the 4th one.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so...
What?
It's gonna
4th
be like
Expendables.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Dude, it's gonna look like Weekend at Bernie's, but it's like Sylvester Stallone. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis holding up Sylvester Stallone. It's gonna be fucking another one. I just...
into Escape Plan
Oh
while you're at it.
my
You
God.
guys watch those ones?
I tried watching the first one, and I saw it in theaters, and I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. But there was one line that got me when like Arnold and Stallone are like trying to like come up with the plan on how to escape.
Yeah.
And then Stallone's character is supposed to be like really intelligent, which is, you know, hard to believe with the way he's like talking. He's like, listen, so what we gotta do is we gotta flood the pipes because they're aluminum.
Uh-huh.
And he like goes this whole big thing, and then Arnold's like, you know, you're smarter than you look. And he's like, yeah, thank you. I know. I was like, if I was not in a movie theater, I would fucking probably turn this off right now. If I didn't pay $12, I probably would have left. But yeah, the movie was... Oh, and then the other line, which was great, was when they like staged like a prison fight. And, you know, like I was like, you know, Stallone hits Arnold, and Arnold's like, ha, you hit like a girl. And then he like lands like one good body shot. He's like, okay, that was a good one. It was like, yeah, movies. But apparently they have like 3 or 4 of those now.
You know, that's like a cold, calculated foreign sales transaction. Like that
Wait,
movie,
what?
like the script probably came after the signing of the actors.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
Those two are like Stallone's worth $20 million in foreign sales overseas, and Arnold's worth $20 million. Like, you could like be like, I have these two guys.
Yeah.
They want to be in a movie together. I don't have a script, and then someone from another country will give you $40 million.
Yeah, right. Wow.
That's
Pretty much.
That's great. We got to
Right.
put something like that together for us.
And then how could you fault those guys for
I
making
think
such a
the
fucking movie, you know?
The back end on this is probably ridiculous because they're still selling.
You know what I want to see another one of? Juwanna Man.
Juwanna Man's
That's
fucking
what I wanna
incredible.
say.
Well, remember we
I
were
never saw
talking...
it.
You never saw
Dude.
Juwanna Man?
No.
It had that one dude who I don't remember his fucking name, but he was like a side character in Scooby Doo. He played like the voodoo dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
picture
about.
his face. I know, yeah, the guy who played Juwanna Man you're talking
Yeah,
about?
the guy who
right.
played. What we were talking about with women in sports and men in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect example is that movie.
Oh, yeah.
His Jamal
God.
Jeffries was
You can't
his
do
name.
that film today, I don't think.
No.
I don't think you could.
No, absolutely not.
I loved, who was the other guy? Who was it, Tommy Lee Davidson or was it Eddie Griffin?
Tommy Davidson.
It was Tommy Davidson.
Yeah,
okay.
Tommy
It was,
Lee Davidson.
His name is Tommy Lee Davidson.
You just mixed like a drummer
Yeah.
with fucking with a
Tommy Davidson, right? Tommy from
Tommy
Living
Davidson.
Color. Okay.
Yes, from Booty
Dude,
Call.
I still to this day when I go out to eat, I order a filet mignon. Let me get some filet mignon for the
Puff
lady.
Smoky Smoke.
Oh
That was
my
his name.
god, dude, that
Incredible.
was so. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, he's
man.
great.
That guy is so. Remember Booty Call?
Incredible. Jamie Foxx.
What a great fucking movie.
legend.
I want to rewatch it now that I'm older because I haven't seen that movie in over a decade. I want to rewatch it to pick up on all.
Rewatch it.
Yeah.
I haven't memorized.
Fucking Buns.
Rewatch it. Buns was
You
Jamie
got to
Foxx.
lick it
Oh
before
my god,
you
dude,
stick
the
it.
convenience
Yeah.
store guys.
I remember a whole lot of that fucking movie, but
I know it line for line. Rewatch it, and we're gonna talk about that.
we will. But anyway, Juwanna Man. though.
Juwanna Mann.
Yeah.
Miguel Nunes.
Miguel Nunez, right? Is his name?
Okay. Yeah.
So with that movie, obviously, spoiler alert again, he is.
Spoiler alert.
You have to,
If you
bro.
have not,
If you haven't
for
seen this
Juwanna
movie,
Man,
it was like 2002.
like you just said, you haven't seen
I
it.
haven't seen it. Go for it. Spoil it.
Jesus.
Oh, dude, it's good.
It's okay,
I don't
go
know if
for
I
it.
want to. All right, so
Go ahead, do it, man.
in the movie, Jamal Jeffries plays he's basically like the LeBron James, only a much cockier asshole.
Yeah.
In the NBA, he's the best ever. Okay, and he ends up losing his job in the NBA because he's like playing pretty much on a team, and he's kind of just playing by himself. He's not, being a good team player. He's not passing it to his other players. They end up losing the game. They start talking shit, so he ends up pulling off his shorts and flashing the crowd for some fucking reason. They
Yeah.
kick him out of the NBA.
Right.
Kevin Pollak plays his agent, wants nothing to do with him, obviously.
Right.
So he comes up with this idea to play with the WNBA because he loses all of his money now.
Disguises.
And he needs to. He's like, all right, he disguises himself as a woman.
Or disguise himself as a woman, right?
Yes.
As Juwanna Mann. That's what I meant to say. Disguise
And
himself as Juwanna Mann.
It's so good.
I 100% saw this movie.
Yeah.
So good.
I definitely saw.
And what happens in the movie? Doesn't he go into the WNBA and dominate?
Dominates everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, destroys
Didn't
everyone.
he like dunk one point and everyone was like, what the
Well, because in the movie, I don't know if this is real. But in the movie, like Kevin Pollak's like, you're not allowed to dunk. You're not allowed to dunk in this league. This, that, and the other thing.
Right.
And he goes and he fucking dunks. And when he does, this is obviously like towards the end of the
'Cause
film.
most women
his fucking wig comes off.
Oh, right.
And then
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, oh shit, son.
Yeah.
He, obviously it's a love story. He falls in love with the team captain or whatever,
Yeah.
played by Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah.
Um,
From our booty call.
yeah, there you go.
The movie Booty
There's
Call.
another one. But one thing throughout. Remember the scene? You've seen it, obviously.
Yeah.
Remember the scene where they're talking about sex and this, that, and the other thing, and then Vivica A. Fox is like telling her.
In Juwanna Mann, you're talking
In
about.
Juwanna Mann.
Yeah.
They're telling Juwanna Mann to give he's like, oh, give Puff Smoky Smoke a chance, this, that, and the other thing, whatever. And then he's like saying, he's like, oh yeah, he's like talking shit, and he starts saying something. He's like, oh girl. He's like, you gotta say, like, he says something like, oh, it's not about how big the boat is, but the motion of the ocean. Give me a hallelujah. And they all like go quiet, like, and then I was the one chick's like, what you talking about, Juwanna? I want the Titanic, son. And then they're all like,
Jesus Christ.
they're like basically just saying they want like big wings. The chick who says I want the Titanic
Yeah.
is the only Wayne's sister, the Wayne's brothers.
What are you talking about? There's Kim Wayne's.
The chick in the movie
Uh-huh.
is the Wayne's brother sister.
Right. Yeah.
Like the very, very funny one. That's
Yeah.
her. Not a
Okay.
lot of people
Oh,
know
this
that
is
shit.
the only Wayne sister.
I'm
That's what
pretty
you just
sure.
said.
Wait, there's more than how many other?
Kim
wait,
Wayne's. Yeah, she was on In Living Color.
That's her, bro.
Oh, that was her in the
That
movie.
was
I thought
her,
you were saying
yeah.
there was another one. Okay.
No,
Kim
that's
Wayne's
her.
just
Yeah,
funny
no,
as shit.
it's her and like what do they got? Like five
Her
brothers.
and Marlon are twins, I believe.
Kim Wayne's.
Yeah, Kim Wayne's.
She's in this,
I believe her and Marlon are twins.
They're twins.
No shit.
I'm
Wow.
almost 100% positive.
That's some good knowledge right there. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
Marlins?
Yeah, Marlon Wayans and Kim Wayans. I'm pretty
'Cause there's-
sure they're twins.
there's Sean, there's Marlon, there's Damon, there's Keenan Ivory, and isn't there
Mm-hmm.
one more?
I believe there's one or two that are not famous.
Actually, no. Marlon is July 23rd, 1972.
Two of them are twins. I could have swore she was a twin.
And Kim is October 16th, 61.
Ah. See, thank God for
Maybe
Steve-O.
There's so many
I
brothers.
could have swore two of them were twins. Was it
could be
Sean and Marlon? Are Sean and Marlon fraternal twins? No, right?
They were in a
way.
million movies together. I thought Sean was older.
I could have swore they were twins, man. Maybe
But-
I'm mistaken them with another family.
Either way.
Speaking of Sean and Marlon, though, in a movie you can't do white chicks today.
No.
I remember, I think they were like gonna do a White Chicks 2 or something like that, but
And
it
I
might have
would
been right at the
love
cusp of all the outrage about shit
I
like
would
that.
love it.
Dude,
The movie was incredible.
white-faced black men disguising themselves as white women, white girls.
White, like prissy, like spoiled chicks.
Oh my god.
And then
You might be able to get it. They might still be able to get away with it.
I would love it. Please do it. Marlon and Sean, please make another film together doing that, and make sure Terry Crews is in it.
Oh,
Fuck it.
wow. He was like the star of that show. Man.
That
movie. That he blew up off of that movie.
Yeah.
Did you know the scene where he's singing in the car, which is like the most popular?
That
scene
was,
of-
I think, improv, wasn't it?
total like he said he worked on that for a long time, knowing that scene was coming. Didn't say a word to the director or anybody.
Yeah.
Like he was supposed to just like sing it.
Uh-huh.
He learned every single word in that song like to the T, and then he just knew what he wanted to do, and he said he did it, and they like lost their fucking mind on set.
was
I had
incredible.
no idea it was coming.
Especially because he's like, oh, man, I love this song. Like, just gets right into it, just starts singing, and then, what is it? Marlon Wayans is obviously the one who's on the date with him. He's like, what the fuck? Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah,
That was actually absolutely incredible.
yeah.
But what you were saying, you brought up back end pay from film and TV,
Right.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how much money some of these people still make off movies that we watched 30 fucking years ago?
Of the movies? No.
Movies,
yeah.
TV, whatever.
I've always
Okay.
wondered about that. I know like people like the Friends cast and all that shit are making sick money.
They don't have to do fucking shit.
No, that's why they don't. None of them
like
do.
except Jennifer Aniston, pretty much. And David Schwimmer does, I think, more of the writing portion. But still, the back end pay on films, dude, between like royalties and stuff for like if someone does a commercial or TV show, like, and if it's still in what's the term?
Seinfeld,
Steve, syndication?
syndicated, yeah.
Syndicate,
yeah.
still syndicated. They're still making money.
Oh yeah.
So, and I actually saw like what's his name, Jaleel White from Steve Urkel, because that show is still fucking on.
Family Matters.
He openly just said like, I'm still getting paid from that and paid very, very well. Like he said it right on air because they asked him. Wow. You really don't see him in much, but
That kid.
oh, dude, off Home Alone.
He doesn't have to do anything.
He don't have
set.
He don't have to do shit,
just
bro.
like we talked about not too long, the Olsen twins, man.
Billionaires.
Off of Full House and all those movies that they made of them, like
clothing and shit.
well, they made those.
They have like a clothing empire.
They made
now.
all those movies of them like being like detective sisters or something like that.
Is that what that was?
It was like super popular, yeah. And
There was all sorts of things going on.
Some double something. Whatever. Do you know that
All
Lindsay
them.
Lohan came out with a couple movies where she's a fucking twin?
yeah.
Why?
There was the one where
You're
like
talking It Takes Two.
Is that what it is?
Like, dude, it's got Steve Gutenberg or whatever.
I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Man, yeah, that's
Steve
like the
Guttenberg?
Lindsay Lohan movie where it's like
Yes.
twins.
Yeah, she's like a
one's
twin.
One's like royalty.
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap.
That's
Parent
another
Trap?
one. Parent
Yeah.
Trap, which is actually a remake. Just so you know,
Oh, okay.
it's actually a remake. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, what's the? Oh man,
It was terrible. But
people in that movie, it's weird.
there's certain things that I've seen and read about actors that have to make certain decisions when they're signing a contract to get on with a film. They either take a massive upfront payment, or and it doesn't have to be massive. Like just say like they take an upfront payment, or they make a deal to receive money on the back end of what the movie makes.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of times people don't want to do that because they're wondering like, I don't know how good this is going to do. This that, and the other.
Yeah.
So Tom Hanks is one of those situations with Forrest Gump.
Okay.
He could have took more money up front, and he believed in the project so much that he actually took a back end deal instead and made like quadruple the fucking amount that he was going to.
Oh Lord.
And another person who did the same thing, fucking Keanu Reeves with The Matrix.
Really?
Keanu Reeves, I think, made like fucking over $200 million off of those 3 fucking movies. Can you actually look that up, Steve-O?
Yeah.
How much Keanu Reeves made off that? Dude.
Wow.
He's got another one coming out.
Yeah, they're making part 4, which
It's crazy.
That's nuts, man.
dude, he made like $200 million off those 3 fucking movies. Like a lot of times,
awesome.
like obviously, if you get paid an upfront salary, like I think like they call it the $20 million club, $20 million for the movie, then like a lot of times like that's it. But then I think Robert Downey Jr. is another one who took a back end deal on some of the Marvel movies. I'm not sure which ones. The Iron Mans, maybe some of the Avengers. But did you hear how much he got paid to do Spider-Man? And he did his filming in like 2 days.
Wasn't it like $15 million?
Something fucking outrageous.
Yeah, he got paid an insane amount of money.
Insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Keanu Reeves, right? He got $10 million salary to do it
Uh-huh.
up front,
So
right?
$10 million up front to do The Matrix.
The back end on the first movie was $35 million. That's the first movie.
Made
That's
35 mil on the back end
the-
for the first
on
one.
top of the 10.
On top of the 10.
So he made 45 million off the first one.
And that was in 1999.
So the inflation's like 53 million, they're saying.
Okay.
So he's made 53 million off of just the first movie.
Just the first movie.
Beautiful.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
The other 2 obviously made even more money. I'm sure he got even more on the back
And the whole
end.
thing about that though is, and he's still making money
Yeah,
off of it,
120
right? Like how does it
million.
like?
Oh god.
What do we got?
120 million in bonuses from the second and third movies.
120 million in bonuses.
Gorgeous.
From the second.
I
and
told
third.
you it was absolutely fucking.
And Keanu
crazy.
Reeves, such a great guy, he probably donated like 80% of that.
You
shit.
see those?
Larry David made 80 million off of
Seinfeld.
in 2015.
Seinfeld so far has $4 billion in syndication revenue alone.
Seinfeld has $4 billion in syndication revenue. Dude.
1998.
He's got to be the high. It's got to be like the highest paid one. Like
It's got to be between that and Friends.
Because doesn't
It
he
has
have
to be.
the highest views for a finale? It was like 75
Actually, you
million
know what?
people or something.
I think
75 million.
I think more people tuned into that than most Super Bowls because I think Super Bowls is the most watched event on the planet.
Could have swore I remember.
And I think they were like tied with like a couple of the Super Bowls
Yeah.
for their finale.
I think
still to this day.
recently heard Seinfeld say something like 75 million people watched that last episode.
Fucking insane.
That's
Never
crazy.
watched that, did you?
I've watched. I wouldn't even say a lot of that show.
Oh,
It just never caught on for me. But what I do love, which I find a lot of people haven't watched, is Curb Your Enthusiasm. Is just one of my favorite shows ever because Larry David is just a genius, dude.
I haven't watched all those.
So funny.
So I need to do that. I've seen some, and they're fucking incredible.
I've got most of them on DVD, I think, actually. That's how much I like that.
Damn, dude.
Show. Yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah.
Well, I got all the Seinfelds and all the Friends on DVD.
Yeah.
So, but same thing. Friends, same thing. I think Seinfeld was the first show cast to start getting $1 million per episode. I'm pretty sure it was Seinfeld, the 4 people. And then I think Friends was the second show.
I remember it was a huge deal when Friends got it.
Well, there was also, because remember, there was only 4 main cast members in Seinfeld, and there was 6 in Friends. Mm-hmm. So all 6 of them were making $1 million an episode, and 4, and obviously that came after Seinfeld, because Friends started in like 94, and then went 10 years to, I think, 2004. Seinfeld, I believe, did 8 or 9 seasons, and they started before Friends did.
It's just incredible that people make that kind of money and they don't just vanish. Like,
Jason Alexander did.
Working. Yeah, but he's still in some stuff. I mean, dude,
we'll do like a roast here and there with like fucking Jeffrey Ross.
But even still, make all that money off of Seinfeld. Know you're gonna make money forever off of Seinfeld, and you do things like Shallow Hal and shit. Like, which is another great fucking movie. He did
so
awesome.
Good.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy.
Another
he did
movie
that
could never be done today.
No, fuck,
ever.
no way.
Never,
no
ever,
way.
ever.
But like, you don't have to do anything. Ever. Like, you could just fucking disappear and just go up. Like, I'm so amazed to see people make that kind of money and still work and still do that shit. I guess because just,
if you love it that much,
right,
you know what I mean? Because, dude, it is fun.
I was actually just thinking about that because I know somebody who hit the lottery and was still working. I just want to work.
You know them? Like, personally, or know of them?
I know them. I've met them, yeah.
Weird.
They're not a friend of mine.
Oh.
With one of the businesses that, the cleaning business.
Oh, okay.
Somebody came to work for the cleaning business, and they had won the lottery.
How much? Well, which one? Like,
I think they won one of those $1,000 a day for life fucking things, dude. Like,
what?
Money. Yeah.
Wait, that's $1,000 a day, $1,000 a week?
No, it's $1,000 a day.
Ooh.
Yeah. $1,000 a day for life.
There's got to be some small print on that.
No, you either get $1,000 a day for life, or you could take a lump sum of like 7 or 8 million or something like that. I looked all into it because I played that shit every day.
They took the $1,000
for a whole year. Yeah. I don't know what they took, but they hit the lottery and they were well off. But she wanted to work at the cleaning company because she's like, I need something to do with myself. Like, I'm sitting at home just ordering shit off of Amazon all day. Like, I gotta do something.
Like work out. I would be in the greatest shape ever.
But could you imagine just being that well off where you like gotta start coming up with shit to do to take up your time? Like,
no,
it's amazing.
I mean,
I was thinking about it actually today when I was driving around. I'm like, man, because I passed where I knew where they lived, and
I guess. I mean, listen. I enjoy. I don't want to say I enjoy working. Mm. I enjoy making money.
Yeah,
it's fun. Sure. It's like a hobby to make money.
What if you didn't need to make money?
If you didn't need to,
you'd still look for ways to make money. Right?
It's fun. It's entertaining. But I mean, dude. Let's be real here. If you enjoy being an actor or an actress. Mm-hmm. And it just so happens that you made a ton of money doing it.
Yeah,
odds are you're probably going to continue to do it. You know what I mean? It's a good listen. I've done a couple of things. I've done a couple independent movies and stuff like that. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, it's so much fun. A lot of people complain about it. I'm sure different sets have different issues behind the scenes, and there were a lot on the set of Shithead, which by the way I have. We had
to watch that movie. Yeah.
Which they're doing actually a theatrical release and distribution and all that stuff is being handled. I think in January.
Looks so fucking. I've watched every trailer and shit, and I still don't understand what the fuck is going on. Like, it's mayhem.
People
are smoking dead babies. Is that what's happening? Like, they call it what? Chenko. So Chenko, like from what I've picked up from watching this shit, is that they're taking dead babies and like. I guess cremating them?
Grinding them up into fucking
and
drugs?
And smoking them. Like, is that what the fuck is happening?
Well, I can't even say yes or no because I haven't fucking watched the whole thing.
You're in it!
I've only seen clips. I haven't watched the whole thing. We got to do a screening. Clearly.
Yeah.
We gotta watch
You're in the movie and you don't even know what the fuck is going on.
Well, I watched a couple clips of me in it.
My confidence plummeted for this.
I'm not going to lie. It was fucking hilarious. The clips.
It seems like it's just off the wall.
Like the clips I remember were fucking hilarious. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Your clips were very funny.
Dude.
You're a cop, right?
You're a cop. I am the cocksucker cop.
You're a total piece of shit cop.
Yeah, I think my
abuses every ounce of power he has, right? Yeah, that's what I got.
Everything. First of all, when it comes to being politically correct.
Yeah.
That don't exist in that movie. Yeah. I think they were actually, fighting because they were talking about it might getting like an NC-17 rating because of how fucking aggressive it was.
Awesome.
No PC in that.
Wow.
Between like the shit with the babies and like selling kids and fucking like the
drug
use, the racial shit that I do. Oh my god.
Yeah? Oh, now I have to see
I
this.
went.
It's right up my alley.
I believe I went from in the original script. I went from like hurting one person to murdering like 17 people.
Really?
And I think the movie takes place over the course of like one day. Like, bro, I had
gotta see this. Keep your eyes. Everybody, keep your eyes. It's called Shithead, right?
Shithead, yes.
It's called Shithead.
I think it's spelled with
SH exclamation point THEAD. Is that what it is?
Or maybe the S is a $sign.
Okay.
And then like but they were like so it was
Shithead
funny.
the movie.
Yes.
Shithead the movie.
Fucking great. Bro.
We haven't seen it, so hopefully it's good. We're telling everybody to watch it. But seriously, just look it up, Google it, look at the trailers for
we
this
will
shit,
watch
try to
it.
understand it.
We will watch it and we'll talk about it.
It looks so crazy.
It's fucking hilarious.
And again, you're in it, so we gotta fucking watch it.
But when we do talk about it, we can't give any spoilers because it hasn't officially been released yet.
Right.
So it's going to be just from what I know, there's like a whole distribution thing going on.
Yeah.
There's like music licensing
So
stuff.
I don't even want to do like the review on here until it gets released.
Until it gets released.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we will talk about it eventually.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know what I was thinking, man? We should do like a reaction fucking video for shit like that. Man.
What's the deal with copyright laws with stuff like that? Can we do that? Because
like a reaction video.
How does that work?
We can talk about that off camera. We'll talk about that off camera. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so yeah, you
Shit's
can't
funny.
monetize that shit.
Can't
monetize
monetize
that?
that? All right, whatever. We'll get into that another time.
Reaction stuff, you'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so that's fine. But commentary, probably not. So
I bet you could talk to the guys.
okay, yeah.
Have them on the show. Yeah.
All right, we'll make it work. We'll make it work one way or the other.
But you know, I was thinking though. I was just thinking back to your etiquette question because it's just funny as hell. And I was thinking back to what inspired that, talking about dating etiquette.
Okay, yeah.
And obviously that's a big thing with me because I am single. I am dating.
Yes.
And I came across something. I think it was the other day or so that really made me start thinking about the way we date in society and a way to, especially with social media and all that shit, right? It was a meme that was made to be funny, but it was one of those that made me actually like fucking think. And a girl had posted it on Facebook, and it says something along the lines of like, I don't do one night stands, but I'll do 1 year waste my fucking time. And I was like,
that got me upset within 10 seconds.
But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Most girls don't want to do. There's such a bad stigma around what's considered a one night stand, and no girl wants to do that. No girl wants to admit that they're down for it, and and I guess again the stigma around it. So what I'm finding out in dating is that the girls who refuse to allow a one night stand or just put out like, oh, you're not getting, it's going to take 2 or 3 dates for that to happen. I've heard that so many times.
Yeah, I love that one.
Not that I'm pressuring myself on the people, but still, I've heard that so many times. If there's even some kind of insinuation that you think something might happen, like, oh, it's going to take a couple dates for that to happen or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And then they're playing this ploy of like, all right, we got to stretch this out a little bit, I guess, to see if it goes somewhere. But my whole thing was like, all right, we're all single. Mm-hmm. To a certain extent, I think we're all, especially when you're on apps like Tinder and Bumble and all this other shit, you're looking for people to maybe be in a relationship. But I also don't understand why there is the stigma and it is so bad to have a one night stand. Like, why would you stretch something out with somebody and possibly force them to date you when they probably just want to sleep with you and then have a shitty fucking relationship for 3 months or 6 months? I think that's why most people end up having shitty relationships 3 months, 6 months, a fucking year, a couple years, because one of them probably just wanted to hook up. Or wanted a one night stand, but played the long game and got sucked into this, and both of them ended up unhappy. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why? What is the problem with having just a one night stand? Why is there a fucking issue with it? Why do we look down on a society if you're both of age, single adults, not hurting anybody else, not cheating, this and that, using protection, being responsible fucking adults? What's the issue with a one night? I'm not out here saying that's all I want, but it's like there's people who have such a thought in their head like, I'm never gonna do that, I won't do that. Like, they look down on it, they put their nose up to it, to someone who does it. And again, as society, if we know of a girl who does do that, what do we look at them? We look at them as a slut or a whore or
Yeah.
easy, doesn't it? And that one stigma, that gender stigma, where a guy can do that, and that's like what a guy's supposed to do.
No.
A girl.
No, not
You
anymore.
think so? Not anymore?
No.
I think it's like,
No.
Well, yeah, everybody you get termed a fuckboy. Like, oh, he's just a fuckboy. That's the whole term.
It's unfolding in both directions.
It's-
Yeah?
It seems like there's like that polarization.
It's
Yeah.
a disaster is what it is. All right, so when I was single for a very, very, very long time. Okay, a very long. The whole time you were married, I was single.
Right.
Okay.
Tables have fucking turned.
Tables have fucking turned.
Yeah.
So I told you this. Be honest
Of course.
all the time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. A lot of girls are gonna get turned off by the honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They almost want you to lie to them. I feel like about a
Yes.
lot of things, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because you go out with a girl, you're 100% honest.
Mm-hmm.
You say, listen, I want to hang out, I want to have a good time, okay? I'm not looking for a relationship right now, especially for you. Like, listen, I was married for 12 years.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to just be, father of my kids, trying to work, make my money, do what I got to do. But I also want to have some fun. I want to go out, have some drinks, and we have a good time. We want to fool around. We want to have sex, do whatever. Okay, but just letting you know that. And then they hit you with it like, oh, well, I don't know. And it's that stigma of, I don't even know if it's a problem that they feel inside. They're just thinking of, what is everyone else going to think
Oh yeah.
if they find out that I did this or that I was okay with this? Like, oh, you were okay with just sleeping with him and never, and never knowing nothing's going to come of it, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fucking bullshit.
Well,
and then, obviously, us in those situations, for some odd reason, get labeled that term fuckboy, which is the fucking stupidest shit ever because you're being honest.
Right.
Years ago, when I was like, single, and that whole thing, the term was player.
Right.
Fuckboy came in like the past like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Fuckboy
player.
is all this new
And
shit.
the thing that drove me nuts was like, dude, if you're a fucking player, it means, to me, I was like, it means you're a fucking liar.
Right.
You're a lying section.
Players, you're playing the
You're
women.
playing the girl to get her
You're
into
playing
bed.
a game. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you're being fucking honest, you're not a player. And then when girls would say that shit to me, like, oh, so you're a player. I'm like, did I not tell you the fucking truth?
Right.
About everything?
It's always, you gotta be honest, man. You gotta be upfront, you gotta be honest. One of the main thing with me, personally, is that I don't want to be hurt, because I know what it's like to be hurt. And I don't want to hurt anybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be what someone did to me. You know?
Exactly,
Like,
yes.
And that's how I've always felt throughout my entire life of dating people and things like that. So I've always been very honest. I've never cheated on anybody. You know?
I'm with you on that one.
But I always try to be honest and upfront, and it's definitely has happened. Either, the reaction that they have from the honesty, like you said, they want to be lied to, or eventually we get back to ghosting people, which
God.
I've come to find out that you'll get ghosted because people catch feelings and they know that there is nothing more because of how honest you were. I've had somebody tell me that, like, well, you told me that where you're at in your life and this and that and blah blah blah. So someone else is telling me what I want to hear, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Okay,
right,
all
that's
right.
cool. And yet here you are calling me again because they were telling you what you wanted to hear, and
Yes.
it turns out that they were probably doing the same shit. They're probably in the same
They were doing
position
the
I'm in.
same thing as you, but the difference was that
They were
you
lying.
were fucking honest and
Right.
they weren't.
Right. So that was and I just started thinking about it, and then I was thinking about like how you think about like the hippies and shit like that, and the free love, and it was probably so
What?
fucking different. I'm just thinking about like why is it like this now? The stigma, and I'm trying to think of a time when it wasn't, man.
Okay.
And obviously
Was
we weren't
there?
alive at that time, but yeah, like
Yeah.
the Vietnam War with the hippies and all that, like I think they call it like free love and shit like that. Woodstock, everybody's fucking everybody, and it was acceptable.
I feel like I've had
At least in that community.
conversations- Yeah, that's the thing. Like if you go to like EDM concerts right now,
Yes.
you'll find that.
Yeah.
And you will. It's like the same as back in the 70s.
Right,
where,
you
like,
fucking hippie.
That group's okay with it.
Yeah, but there's still a stigma.
You know what?
Yeah.
Conservatives outside the.
And listen, some people probably don't truly want a relationship and don't want to just have one night stands and sleep around. And that I totally understand too.
And it's
not
okay.
Right.
But the thing that kills me.
My thing is, I feel like a lot of people do, because once you hit a certain point or a threshold, it comes out, and then you end up. That's how you end up having a one night fucking stand, and because it fucking happens,
You trust it.
How do you trust what?
Like, all right, you get that girl that's just as honest about it. She wants to do the one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
How do you actually trust that 5 years from now she's not going to meet too you? You know what I mean? That's why I'm afraid of one night stand. I stay away from one night stands because I know.
Here's the thing, man.
People change their minds.
And here's the whole thing about it. Like, the whole thing is like, what happens if you have a one night stand and she Me Too's you 5 years down the road? You can't control that.
No.
You can't.
Because even if it wasn't a one night stand, it was something totally. Obviously, we've seen scenarios where something totally different fucking happened and people were still Me Too'd. Aziz Ansari.
Oh,
Went on a date with this girl. You're the
can't.
comedian. You know what I'm talking about? Aziz.
No.
So he fucking apparently went on a date with some girl and they went back to his apartment. I don't remember the specific details.
I remember.
And I think he kind of made a couple moves on her. And I think she gave him a blowjob.
She sucked his dick.
How does that...
And then she ended up coming out and saying that he pressured her
But-
into making her do that.
but
And
she
Me
did-
Too'd him.
But
See, everybody...
Dude, he
I
like
feel
ruined him.
Individuals in general, like, everybody's got to be like... This world's getting to that point now where we've all adjusted in the internet. And it's like, everybody's like... Oh,
Well-
my image, my image, my image, my image. And then it's
it was
like...
Yeah.
bad, man.
Where's your individuality?
Well,
Where's your
Aziz-
individual thought, and you're like...
I think a lot of people end up feeling really bad for him in that scenario because he genuinely felt he did nothing
because-
wrong. Like,
well,
holy shit, I'm so sorry.
What?
Dude,
Apparently,
It like ruined him.
Brother?
What's that?
He didn't drug
No.
He took it as
Listen,
we went on a date. We
this
went
is-
back. I made a
dude.
move on you that wasn't like, fucking grab her and like, wasn't anything like that. He was just communicating, didn't it?
Well-
And maybe she wasn't that, but ended up
but
persuading, he was
Listen,
smooth or whatever the
but
fuck
this-
it was,
Yeah.
you know?
this is what's messed up with this, okay? I think with that one, I think they slept together. I don't quote me. This happened with someone.
I haven't heard it.
It may have been this one, maybe another one, okay? But the communication was, I'm pretty sure this is that one. She blew him,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they had sex,
Okay.
okay? When she messaged him the next day, she said, I didn't want to have sex with you last night. And he's like,
I think you're right
but
about this, man.
you
you
came on to
did."
me and went and
did.
went down on me. She goes, oh, I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have sex.
Dude, that's a whole
Come
other
on.
fucking thing that people actually... There
That's
are
what?
people out there that
It's
believe
like
you can
schizophrenic.
retract consent the next day. And they're calling that rape. People, there's women out there that...
What do
were
you think this is leading, guys? Do you think we're gonna need like supervised dates in the future?
Dude.
You know what this is
it
leading
gonna
to?
be
Yeah,
Is
dude, it's
it
going to lead to
like
body
full-time?
cams. Like,
I'm telling you what this is going to lead
It'd be
to.
like
It's going to lead to Dave Chappelle's sketch in the Chappelle Show called The Love Contract.
yeah.
I want one of those. That's what
Yeah.
I want. Because he's... Do you remember that sketch? It was
Fuck yeah.
incredible. But I'll say it's like, hold on, man. I'm going to need you to sign something.
Yeah.
He like comes up with like a clipboard. It's like the love... She's like...
Oral.
The love contract? He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like, I just need you to sign some shit right here. So they're going down the list. He's like, check there for oral. She's like, oral?
I'm going to do you too.
I'm gonna do you.
I'm going to do you too.
He's like, and check that box to decline anal.
Yeah.
Unless she goes, no, that's not. He's pretty much standard.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, sign that. All right, this is consensual. It's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
It may have to come to that one
You
day.
have to
Yeah.
need like a lawyer on speed dial.
So to go back
Right?
though, you should never fear if you're gonna you can't control what other people are gonna do.
No.
You could be a total gentleman, do everything right, and you
Yes.
could still end up getting Me Too'd. It's on you to make sure you do the right fucking thing at all fucking time. Don't be a scumbag.
Yes, don't be a scumbag.
Don't be a fucking scumbag. Don't do the right thing. Be honest. Obviously, don't try to fucking rape people. That's never a good fucking thing.
No.
And
No, that's
and
not.
you won't have to worry about if someone does try to Me Too you. You can just rely on the truth, man. The truth shall set you free.
I
You know?
agree.
And if someone is bullshitting you, eventually, it's on them to prove what the fuck you did or any wrongdoing like that. And if you've always been a genuine person and always did the right thing, at least to what you believe was the right thing, people make mistakes, but if you truly in your heart felt it, you should have nothing to be afraid of.
Yes.
And and that's just the bottom line to it, man.
I agree.
I feel like
know?
we should get those, those doorbell video cameras they got?
What is it, the ring? Ring.
Yeah, we should call Ring and be like, can you figure out a way to get a release on any woman
Yeah, right.
through this door?
No,
not
dude,
a
you
bad
get it. You
idea.
just install it in your house, and then you just have that discussion at the front door. Like, hey,
Just
by
like,
the way,
just tell the camera
But,
you're cool.
but
are you having a great night? Yeah.
look into this little thing right here and just say that you're a willing participant in what's about to happen.
Yeah.
And just it's like, I'm a willing
Some
participant.
touching, some feeling.
I'm gonna have sex with him and I'm gonna blow him right now, and that's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
But we're gonna make like we're gonna watch a movie first. I'm gonna put Aladdin on, and then like literally 2 minutes in,
That movie.
that's gonna happen.
All the movies.
Yeah,
You know,
Aladdin,
that
a
dude-
kids movie.
Hey, man, you never know.
So
Well,
weird.
Listen,
You're full of surprises.
my
today.
go-to was Step Up 1.
Mm-hmm.
The worked every time I felt like.
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
Is it like
because
because it's like
women love
Worked
Channing
every
Tatum.
time.
Women love Channing Tatum, and he's dancing in the movie. Magic Mike wasn't around back then,
Yeah.
so I had to use that movie. I put that on. They were like, "Oh my god, I love it!" And then I was like, "Oh wow, like, this is great."
So that's your move.
Netflix and
So it's
chill.
basically softcore porn. Directed towards the woman. Women's softcore porn. Like, she wants to watch Channing Tatum
Oh, they love
dancing
it.
around with her shirt off. Gets them right. That's your move.
Yeah, and then you're the guy there.
And that's another thing about the
that-
whole
that
like
you're-
Me
she's
Too
ready
thing.
to.
What I was thinking when all this shit started going off, like the whole Me Too thing, especially with like Louis C.K.
Oh, that poor man.
One thing that I said
That poor man.
and made me kind of like self-reflect a little bit, because I was looking at all these people coming out, and I'm like, a lot of the Me Too stuff wasn't these guys actually like raping people, not holding them down and raping them. The Me Too thing was like Louis C.K. jerking off while he's on the phone with somebody. Or he brings somebody to the room and he jerks off in front of them, and they just stand there and watch. He's not actually raping somebody.
Well,
but the other
he
thing
also
is,
asked.
even going back to, and it might polarize ourselves a little bit here, Harvey fucking Weinstein, dude. Okay, don't get me wrong, creep, fuck yes, abusing his power, fuck yes, but I don't actually believe there was anybody saying that he held them down and raped them.
I didn't hear anything. Again, I don't
Actually
know.
raping them.
I don't know.
So my whole thing was like, all right, so we're getting into all this Me Too shit, and people are getting called out for this, but people are essentially like, they're making their move. And I started thinking about like dating as like a teenager and this and that, and what other people were doing when you start fooling around and figuring out what to do, and like people are essentially making their fucking move. And I'm like, so is it a wrong thing to do
to make a move.
If you feel like, this might not be going there, but you make a move?
Yeah, you make a move.
Now, you don't just start like groping somebody. Again, you don't pin somebody down.
No.
But if you make a move or whatever that move is, you start like smooth or whatever the fuck it may be, you set the mood,
Yeah.
and something ends up happening. People get Me Too'd for that, I feel like. That's what I started feeling like. So then I started asking, at the time I was married when all this shit started coming out, and I remember looking at Nicole, and I'm like, I don't know, I feel like that guy was just making a move. Like, I think the Aziz thing came out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like
was a
he
bad
just
one,
made
man.
a move, and something happened,
Yeah.
and then she regretted it afterwards, but what the fuck? I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't forcibly rape you.
No.
So it's like, when are you allowed to make a move? It goes back, I think, to what Steve was asking. Like, what if you do have that one night stand because you were smooth or whatever if it happened, and then she regretted it, and then you get fucking Me Too'd because you made your move and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy out there.
I'm sorry, but that's a part of like
Listen.
a guy's thing. As men, we're the ones that make the move, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
there are some women out there.
not always.
We're talking about outliers.
Listen.
What?
She made the move on my ass.
Yes.
Like she.
Like I said,
She
there's always an exception to the
She
rule.
slid in there. She, if there were DMs, she slid right into those, man.
No, she did a great job.
She slid right in there.
Right in.
So, and it was when
But you know what, though, man?
we were
With your-
watching UFC.
And with your situation, what's great about your situation, most of these people with all these dating, it didn't come from social media.
No.
It was a natural,
It was organic.
organic fucking connection that you met this person while you were out with friends. You weren't even looking to be in a relationship. You weren't even looking to bring somebody home.
I wasn't looking to hook up with anybody.
You were
And
going to literally watch UFC fights.
Yes,
That's
I was
it.
watching UFC fights. Friend of a friend shows up, bring another friend to send the
Right.
we're all a
I
group to send the other thing,
remember, yeah.
and then I got Nick telling me like, oh yo man, that girl's good looking. You wanna why don't you go talk to him? Like no,
Yeah.
like I was like no man, I'm just I'm dieting. I'm really not in the mood to be hitting on girls and,
And
stuff.
it was nothing even about her.
It had nothing to do with her.
Could've
I
been
was like,
anybody
I was like,
over
oh
there.
yeah, she's fucking hot, but Anderson Silva's fighting, so you know what I mean. Like, but like at the same time, there was nothing wrong with it. It's just we just talked about all the work and effort it goes into, trying to pick up a girl at a bar. This and the other. It's like, I don't like. Dude, I'm dieting. I'm kind of miserable. I'm training. I just want to watch the fights. I don't want because what if she's like rejects me? Then I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with that right now.
Right.
Listen, she's we sat next to each other in the booth. She started shooting shit with me, and next thing you know, talking for hours, watching the fights. It was great organically.
Yep.
Then
It's awesome, man.
she made the move on me.
That's honestly what I'm hoping.
And then
Not like the girl making a move on me, but like it just happens. I guess that's what I'm kind of waiting for.
That might be the answer.
You know?
We don't need the
We
nest,
we got to stop
video.
making the moves.
We don't need the nest at the doorknob with the videos. We need, tell them,
Yeah.
more women hitting on guys.
Oh,
Yes. Don't be afraid to hit on us.
Yeah, man will never make you feel like shit for hitting on it.
No.
That's what we
Never.
hope happens.
Even if we reject you,
Yeah.
we are not going to make you feel like a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. No.
Like, we're not.
I think I'm even okay with the groping.
Sometimes it fucking fucks with my self-esteem. I gotta tell you, sometimes it really fucks with my self-esteem because I feel like I don't get hit on at all. I almost feel like putting up a sign like, I am single. Like, you can hit on me.
Dude,
I do like women.
this day and age, you get a beard and tattoos. I feel like that's all you need.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Like, especially in Ocean County, that's all you need.
I don't know. But anyway, you just mentioned Anderson Silva before, and I really want to go talk about this.
Yes.
Dying to talk about this.
UFC.
I know we're getting a little lengthy in our fucking video here, so I want to get right to it, dude. UFC 244 turned out to be an incredible fucking card. I want to go right to the fucking meat and potatoes of it, dude.
Okay.
Masvidal Diaz, like
You want to go right there?
right to it. Want to go right to Masvidal Diaz.
You don't want to talk about the other ones first? We'll end with that. It's just kind of
Go
rough
ahead.
because
All
the
right.
climax
I know,
wasn't
all
even, you know.
All right.
So, all right.
You just put a move on me. You understand that?
Yeah.
When we're done filming this, I'm going to regret this, and I'm going to Me Too.
You're going to be too my
I
ass?
just want to let you know. I'm going to hashtag you.
Hashtag me too.
Piece of shit.
Okay.
Anyway, but I'll do it.
Kevin Lee versus...
Sorry.
Kevin
UFC.
Lee versus Gregor Gillespie.
Yes. Okay.
First of all, tons of fucking upsets with this card.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I lost every fucking bet I placed.
All 50 cents.
All...
Fucking.
It was like $1.75 in total. No, actually, no, it was actually a lot more.
Not kidding.
I
This
had
guy
like-
bets a total on a whole card $1.75.
Listen,
And then cries about it.
I bet like $10 on Diaz. I'm pretty upset about it.
Okay.
But anyway, so
I'm surprised.
Gregor Gillespie versus Kevin Lee.
Yes.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah,
Kevin
dude.
Lee.
Kevin Lee.
Fucked him up.
He just had his number, dude. He just had his fucking number.
I was stunned. Gregor Gillespie was 13-0.
Yeah.
Best background in wrestling out of anyone on the UFC, almost on the UFC roster in general, except for Henry Cejudo,
Yes.
who has the gold medal.
Yep.
But oh my
The belt.
fucking god.
The gold medal, yeah.
Yeah.
He had that too.
Well, no, I'm saying he's got a wrestling background. He's got a gold medal
I'm sorry. Yeah.
in the
Okay,
Olympics.
yeah.
And 2 belts now, obviously.
Triple
But, yeah, Triple C.
Triple champ, bro.
Yeah. Gregor Gillespie got knocked out. The most brutal knockout of the night, easily. The kick to the fucking head.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
round
don't
1.
remember. It might have been.
I think
one,
round-
really.
no.
In
round-
4 you'd submit, right?
Yeah,
No,
no,
that
we're talking about you're talking about the Diaz fight.
You're talking about the
Yeah,
Diaz
we're talking
fight.
about the earlier card. Yeah, earlier on the card.
Yeah, we're talking the first fight on the main card
Yeah.
was Gregor Gillespie, Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee won in devastating
Dude,
fashion.
Fuck yeah.
Easily
man.
put himself right back into talks of like, okay, maybe this guy is ready to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that Kevin Lee against Ally Quinta?
Well, dude, he's got a camp.
That's true. Okay.
Now he's got the camp, and that's one
Yes.
thing I really loved about watching that fight and seeing him win that fight was because we've got to see the growth of this guy, and not only that, now with all this social media stuff, and to bring up the Godfather, as mentioned before, Joe Rogan. He was on the Joe Rogan fucking podcast.
Yes.
Rogan told him to go talk to a couple different trainers. Like, dude, this guy would work perfect for you.
Yup.
Went and spoke to the one guy, and look at what he did on his
Yes.
next fight, dude. Like,
Devastating.
incredible. And that's his camp now. Like,
If-
it was incredible to see that he did that, and obviously it worked, man.
Yeah.
And the guy has really stepped up his fucking game.
And I'm not saying that Kevin Lee was a bad fighter before that.
No.
'Cause because
way.
you saw what he did to Edson Barbosa. I saw that
Dude.
live.
But-
I was there live. I saw
Yeah.
that. Beat the living shit out of him.
Yeah.
Again, Barbosa got the shit kicked out of him from,
But
from Khabib also.
he won in great fashion this past weekend, dude.
It was great. Dude,
Against a great fighter.
the way he fought the wrestler, though, was
Yeah.
so good. Dude, low stance, just like Al did against Khabib. Low stance.
Yeah.
Took advantage of his reach. Beat the fucking shit out of him.
Yeah, yeah.
Gregor Gillespie's a tough dude to beat. Mm-hmm. Never lost before. He was 13-0.
Yeah.
Hands him his first loss. Johnny Walker
Oh
and
my
Corey
God.
Anderson.
What a disappointment, dude, for Walker. Because I feel like his hype train was fucking building.
Through the roof.
He obviously had a pretty good record or fight record before this.
He was doing good.
Still can't believe he injured himself on a celebration after his fucking win.
I was against Ben
Holy
Rothwell, yeah.
shit, dude. Guy tried to do the worm. He won the fight.
You gotta keep
Went to do the worm in the fucking ring
Like-
and tore something in his shoulder. He's got a huge scar on his shoulder now because of that. And was out for a while for rehab and surgery.
Yes.
And I remember he did it, and in the post-fight
Rogan
interview, Rogan was doing
he's like, did you injure yourself celebrating? He's like, yes, I did.
Yes, I did. And fucking idiot. So he came out super cocky, like laughing and trying to showboat. Dude, he fucking threw 2 pelvic thrusts at that fucker. I was like, did he just pelvic thrust this guy 2 feet away from him in the middle of the fight? Like, yeah, he did. I was like, oh, this is not good. And then started getting rocked. And still was trying to showboat as he was getting rocked. Like,
yeah, it was rough.
I remember he fucking dude caught him and he like lit up his face and like stuck his tongue out like this and that. And next thing you know, he was like swinging at nothing. Like, didn't know where he was.
It was bad, man.
And got destroyed by Corey Anderson.
Fucked up. Yeah. Corey Anderson fucked him up.
Dude.
And I have not been a fan of Corey Anderson for a while.
New Jersey represent.
Because of the fact that a lot of his fights weren't very exciting. Where was that Corey Anderson in every fight? Holy fucking shit. He beat the crap out of Johnny Walker, ended the hype train, and possibly secured himself a title shot against John Jones.
For sure.
If they don't give it to Dominic Reyes, it's going to Corey Anderson next.
And honestly, before this Corey Anderson fight, I was already thinking that Johnny Walker was deserving of this John Jones fight. Like, I figured it was going to be like, all right, he's just going to beat this guy just to get the Jones, like, just get it out of the way to prove that he can fight John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to run through him. A lot of people
were looking at it that way, man.
No way, dude. What
Corey
a
Anderson
fucking turnaround.
Really came out and showed what he's actually made of.
Yeah.
Good for fucking him. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was. I was like, I was mad. I was like, oh my god, I lost my 50 cents. Yeah. But it was awesome. So Corey Anderson, great fight. Let's talk the Derek Lewis fight.
The Derek Lewis fight? Yeah. I mean, Derek Lewis was very impressed because I saw, even just from his headshot, I'm like, this dude lost weight.
Yes.
And it wasn't even because he's still fighting at 265. Not that he lost weight, but he's in excellent fucking condition.
Changed body composition.
Dude. Yeah. Especially from a couple fights ago when he almost lost to that fucking Russian guy. I forget his name. I can never even pronounce it.
Volkov? Was it Volkov?
I don't think it was Volkov. I forget, but winded as it was like, why is this guy even fighting in the UFC? Came back and won that with like 7 seconds left in that fight.
Yeah, knocked him the fuck out.
And could barely fucking move afterwards. And then he lost to Cormier right after. I don't know why they gave. Well, we all know why he gave him that title fight. But anyway, he came back in this one and went the whole fight in remarkably good shape, dude.
And looked pretty damn good.
Dropping
and he ended up
bombs,
winning, right?
Man. And he won by decision.
Yes, he did win. That was.
And had another crazy post-fight interview talking about he wanted to punch the guy in his booty hole on his chest because he got the stab wound.
Yeah, he got the stab wound
at his sternum. And he said something
Stabbed
about wanting
in the heart,
punch him.
Right?
He's like, I wanted to punch him in the booty hole on his chest. And fucking said something else. And Rogan was like, okay.
Alrighty. He's like, alrighty then. Yeah.
Gotta fucking go.
Yeah. So we got to move on to the co-main.
But yeah. So that was a good fight. I was glad to see what great condition he was in.
I was glad to see Derek Lewis come back because he got knocked out by Junior Dos Santos, I believe, in his last fight.
Yeah.
I think he's coming back from a back injury, too. He's all good. He's in better condition.
Yep.
We'll see where he goes from there. Because I honestly wouldn't mind watching him fight Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Finally. Because the last fight was the worst fight I've ever seen. Yeah. No one pulled the trigger, and then literally Herb Dean had to step in and be like, so, why the fuck aren't you fighting? Like, what's happening here? Like you please
Herb
fight.
Dean. But let's go. All right, so let's go.
Co-main event.
I was gonna say my favorite. I think probably the Masvidal Diaz fight was really good. Masvidal really showed up. We'll get to that in a second. The Wonder Boy fight. I thought.
Oh, Wonder Boy versus Vincent
Luque fight.
Yeah,
you were talking about Till.
Oh boy,
Wonder Boy, dude. The Wonder Boy fight was awesome, dude. The fucking guy is unbelievable.
Wonder Boy. I don't know what he changed, but he's looking like the Wonder Boy before he fought Tyron Woodley. Yeah. Holy shit.
I'm calling him Wonder Man because he's like 50.
Wonder Man.
He's like 50 years old, so I'm going to call him Wonder Man from now on. But dude, I've never seen, and I said this while we were watching, I've never seen a kick, like just standing there and all of a sudden, boom, kick that guy right in his chest and instantly was on his back. He was stunned. Like, holy shit. And then he just like did one of these, like, get up.
Yes.
God, bro, get up. Yeah. Didn't even go after him. Well, kicked him right in the chest, put him on his back, and just like,
on the ground, but
still
awesome.
It was just like fucking with him in a sense. A really great fight.
Well,
very happy to see him win that fight.
The other thing that was really amazing about that fight too, if you really watch it, if you rewatch it, you see how Stephen Thompson was striking in the first round. Yes. But really just getting a feel for the timing of I always forget how to pronounce his name. Vincent Luque or whatever.
Yeah.
Vicente Luque?
Yeah, I think it's Luque, yeah.
Fucking talented dude, man.
Very, yeah.
Got the timing in the first round, and then you see him start to go off in the second round. Stephen Thompson started striking his ass off.
Yes.
I'm like, holy, he's fucking landing all of these
Yeah,
strikes.
man.
Like, he literally got the timing down, figured out what he's going to do, studied him, and then put it into effect.
Dude, when I see a world-class kickboxer
57
like
and
that,
0, bro.
it gives me such an appreciation. Like, almost like makes me feel like kickboxing is my favorite fucking martial art, dude.
Incredible.
Because it is unbelievable what those guys can do. And
Yes.
just the way he was bouncing, just his stance and the way he was bopping and bouncing and moving and then throwing those kicks. Like I said, to kick that guy in the chest like that in a blink of an eye and put him on his ass like that was awesome, dude. I love a great kickboxer. That's probably one of the reasons why I think Stylebender is one of my favorite. Probably my number 2.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
The guy's just so good, man.
Can you imagine if they were able to put
Wonder Boy and Stylebender?
somehow, I mean, maybe the size difference wouldn't work, but like, oh my god.
Dude.
Oh, that would be so good.
That
Imagine
would be
that.
incredible.
That would be like that'd be like Jackie Chan versus fucking Jet Li.
Yeah, dude.
It's like seriously, that
It'd
would
be
be
an awesome
fucking
fight.
insane.
I'm surprised those guys haven't fought some just because they're kickboxing.
Just because they're
background.
kickboxers, yeah.
Just because they're kickboxing background and how they just dominated. But yeah.
Incredible.
But and then so next fight, what? Till.
Darren Till versus Kelvin Gastelum. First of all, Kelvin Gastelum is being fined by the New York State Athletic Commission for his they're calling it elbow gate, was his weigh-in.
We said he had his elbow on his trainer.
He was doing this maneuver, and apparently his elbow may have been on his trainer's shoulder to alleviate a pound or two, so he was able to make the weight of 185.
Yeah.
They looked at the video, and Kelvin was like, oh, I had no idea. I love Kelvin Gastelum, but I was like, bro, you knew, bro. You're a wrestler, bro. You know all the tricks.
Yeah.
So apparently they are fining him, and I think the fine will go to Darren Till.
Wow.
Yes. Because if he
Yeah,
didn't,
right.
if he didn't
Unfair
make,
advantage.
yeah, because
Sure,
he didn't make weight,
right.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Darren Till came out and looked fucking awesome and humongous at 185. He was big at 170.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Looked huge, man.
Monster.
Yep.
Looked fantastic, and Kelvin Gastelum took him down a couple times, and he couldn't even keep him down.
Yeah.
Kelvin is an unbelievable wrestler, and he
Yep.
couldn't keep Darren Till down. I loved it. It was not the most exciting fight, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was actually very impressive to see Till be able to go right back to his feet
Yes.
after a takedown and get right back up. Like keep moving, and next thing you know, he's back on his feet.
Back
Like,
on his
how?
feet, man.
How?
Back on his feet.
Especially against Kelvin, man, because he's again a great
Great wrestler.
fucking
Well,
wrestler.
remember, with my pick, I even said, like, Kelvin's going to take him down and then it's going to be over.
Yeah.
He did take him down, and it was not over.
Till got right back
Till
up.
got right
dude.
the fuck back up.
with him on him.
Yes.
Like right back up. It was really impressive.
And then what's even more impressive is if you know the background of what Till went through during fight week, he couldn't get his visa.
Mm-hmm.
He made it there, I think, the day before. The day before, and he lives in Liverpool. The
Man.
fucking jet
I
lag?
hate the way that guy talks.
Are you kidding? Oh, dude, I
I hate
love
the way
it.
that guy talks.
He's
Jesus.
like, dude, when he gets on the mic, he's like, I'm fine, anyone. I don't care. Like, he's like, I don't fucking care.
I
He's
thought he was
that,
speaking a different language for the first 10 sentences, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's English!" I know what he just said.
That's like,
What the fuck?
it's like fucking like
was terrible.
hardcore Liverpool like slang.
That can't be Liverpool. That's
So-
Liverpool.
That's where he's from,
Wow.
I think. Right? He's from Liverpool.
Holy shit.
But anyway, great fight. Darren Till won. Awesome.
Yes.
He, after that win, from what's going on, he probably could have even called out Israel Adesanya.
Probably, yeah.
But he
It
didn't.
would have been a good one.
But
yeah.
he didn't, and I appreciate that he didn't because it was his first fight in the division. He was coming off 2 losses. Have one more fight at middleweight, look awesome, and then we'll see where you go from there. Main event: Masvidal and Diaz.
Dude, a lot of respect for Masvidal. I was totally.
Yes.
I did not give him enough credit.
He made me eat my fucking words.
Me too.
Granted, no, he made me eat my words to an extent. Okay, because I always said, remember what I said. My pick was 4th round submission. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought Masvidal eventually get tired. And eventually it will go to the ground. If it does go to the ground,
Diaz
will...
couldn't even make it to the 4th round. And again, I don't even know. A lot of people were mad because it was a doctor stoppage.
Yes.
But Masvidal was able to inflict that amount of punishment. Mm-hmm. Dude, Diaz's eyebrow was about to come off.
But you know
it was
what?
hanging over his eye and pouring blood into his eye.
But he always has that same injury. But now they're gonna fix the problem.
Not a
Supposedly,
gash like that, man.
He's getting surgery to remove the scar tissue, so he doesn't get opened up when the second someone fucking taps him. In the post-fight press conference, Diaz like, yo, man, like someone sneezes on me, I fucking so bleed.
I bleed. Yeah.
I bleed.
I understand,
but it's only blood. It doesn't hurt.
I understand that, and he's saying he didn't have a lot of time before this fight to 100% heal that eye, and
No, not at all.
But dude, it still doesn't matter. Like every fight, he doesn't get a gash like that. Dude, that eyebrow was coming off, man.
It was worse.
You
this
could
time.
fit a fucking Tootsie Roll in the size of the gash above his eye.
It was
that
saggy.
big. Like you could put your whole pinky in that fucking thing.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable. And Masvidal,
just like gooping it up with Vaseline.
I was surprised Masvidal wasn't going for it more, knowing he was going to rip his fucking eye out. But the thing about Diaz is that I think you have to stop it because if his eye was falling out, he'd still fight.
He'd still fight.
You wouldn't stop. You can't stop him. And Masvidal even said, like, you got to kill that guy.
Yeah,
you have to.
He's a dog. You got to kill him.
So I think it was a good stoppage because we all want to see Diaz fight again.
Oh yeah.
And dude, after that third round, that gash was moving over,
it was
dude.
bad. Yeah,
it was getting close to his whole eyebrow, above his whole eyebrow.
He goes, gets it fixed properly, heals up, does what he has to do. Because George even said, I'm fighting him again one day. It's gonna happen.
But not Masvidal's next fight. That might be Diaz's next fight.
No.
It's not Masvidal's next fight.
No, that'd be stupid. Yeah. Masvidal gets the title shot next.
Oh, fuck.
After Kamaru and Colby?
Yeah.
100%. It's got to be Masvidal. What else is he going to do? Who's he going to fucking fight?
Yeah.
Leon Edwards?
Conor McGregor.
Get the fuck out of here.
I love what he said. What did he say? That little boy don't want none with me?
He called him a midget, actually.
Did he say midget?
He goes, that little Irish midget don't want none.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, he was eating a slice of pizza.
He was eating a slice of pizza. He was
drinking like rum. I'm like,
dressed like Scarface.
I was gonna say, I saw someone comment about it, like, dude, what are you wearing? I'm like, dude, the guy came out to the Scarface fucking theme song.
Yeah,
he's dressed like Tony Montana. Like, come on, man,
so good.
And it's hard not to like the guy.
No,
he talks a lot of shit, but dude,
he's backing it up now.
Yeah.
Listen, I shouldn't say he never did before because he's
always been a good fighter.
He's never been knocked out. You know
what it is, man? I think I'll
lots of
take it back.
Losses.
Kind of fucking earned the hype, man, because it's so common to see a knockout like what he did and just think that it's so overhyped because the hype obviously blew up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, holy shit, man, he actually earned, like, he did his fucking thing, dude.
It's 3 times in a row now.
Yeah.
Like,
it was awesome. So I cannot wait to see who he fights next.
It's gonna be Colby Covington because Colby's gonna beat Kamaru, and it's gonna be Colby.
McGregor, dude.
And dude, honestly,
sure. And just in terms of draw, I mean, not in terms of ability, in terms of draw. I think he's actually better.
He's better than Conor McGregor, and he's not a fucking prick like Conor McGregor. Yeah. Sorry, but yeah. So
can't wait to see it.
Next episode, we got a lot more topics to go over. I would say. We can do our picks for UFC 245, which has the 3 title fights on it.
When's that?
That is December 14th.
Excellent.
There's a couple cards in between. Some good fights coming up. Zabit is fighting Calvin Kattar, I believe, on Saturday coming up.
Okay.
That's actually the only fight I know of on the card. It's a bunch of people from that area that I personally haven't heard of, so I got to do my research.
All right.
Obviously, I'm kind of going to go for Zabit. He's got a hype train going right now, and I think he's going to do it. Calvin Kattar's no slouch, but it's going to be a good fight overall.
Awesome, dude. So, I think that's pretty good for episode fucking 3, man.
I think that's a wrap.
So, like we always ask, man, like, subscribe, comment, share, tell all your friends. I'm going to read your fucking comment, so bring it. And that's it, man. Tell your friends, tell your brother.
And please
tell your mother.
Understand.
That I'm single. Oh, I thought that's what
Jesus
we were going.
Christ. Please understand that he's single. Please understand. We are 2 brothers having a conversation and want you to interact with us. Are we trying to ruffle your feathers? No. We don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers. We're just trying to have a good time. That's it. So have fun with us. Engage. Don't be like, oh my God, I can't with that, man.
Yeah.
Don't take what we say so literal, especially when we're making fun of each other.
You know they're going to take it all literal now.
Oh, 100%. I shouldn't even be saying this because I'm going to get in trouble for saying this.
10 people that are going to watch this. Listen.
Like, comment, subscribe. Thicker than blood.
See you in the next one, man.
We're out.